A very pleasant good night, my beloved brothers and sisters in Christ and outside the body of Christ. Well, once again, this is your Christian brother Eric Braxton speaking to you all from his beloved country, Trinidad and Tobago, the land of my nativity, the land of my birth, Trinidad and Tobago, this wonderful island country that is in the blue Caribbean Sea. In this part 62 video, or 63 video, but I sticking with 62 video, my brothers and sisters. I continue to teach you all and to expose the deception that is taking place in near-death experience, because the truth about the matter is near-death experience, it is a deception. All these millions of people all over the world, from all different educational background, cultural background, from different way of life, because of different culture, because of different and geographical location, all over the world, and coming from different tradition and different teachings. All these people who claiming they have outer body experience, none of them is speaking the truth. You all get fooled, because all these people all over the world, all of them claiming they're having outer body experience, and they are sounding genuine. And you all are saying, because of all these millions of people who are claiming to have outer body experience, all of them cannot be lying, all of them are speaking the truth, and all of them are genuine. The matter is, the fact of the matter are, and you all are saying there's a consistency about it, because and the numbers is increasing. For instance, if there's 50 million people all over the world who claim they have genuine outer body experience, each day thousands of people all over the world per day and night have a new outer body experience. So there's a continual consistency about it. On that what the professors and the teachers on near-death experience are espousing, and they are seeing that in the research. And because of all that, they are saying that outer body experience is true, but outer body experience is false. And I'm teaching you all that man is the body, and man cannot leave his body to go and experience nothing out there. So therefore it is a deception that is taking place, and many people all over the world, millions of people, are accepting that the deception and do not know it is a deception. Brothers and sisters, man is the body, and man cannot come out this physical body to travel no way, because I am teaching you all that the life force in man is that there's a breath of man, breath of life, which is here the wind. That is not a spirit. It is not a spirit, immortal being in man. So that spirit in you is not you, and that doesn't possess form and shape. It is not a spirit entity, right? When this breath of life leaves you, you die and you become unconscious, and you remain in that unconscious state in a resurrection, when God will give you back your consciousness. So yes, there's life after death in a resurrection. This is the teaching of the scriptures. Brothers and sisters, I want to further explain you all how the deception is being carried out. The person will say, well, I'm back on the hospital roof, a person will say, no, I will continue. The person will say that while the doctor was operating him up and on the theater, he was unconscious. It's true, he was unconscious under anesthetic. He will say he come out of his body in a spirit form, invisible to the doctors, right? So let us say he is in Chicago, right, in the hospital, right? He left the hospital and he traveled back home. Let us say his home was 50 miles away. He traveled back home 50 miles away. And when he went back home, he saw his family members was in the yard. One of his family members, some was inside and some was outside. For instance, If it's a woman or a man, the man will say, I saw my sister. If it's a man, he say, I saw my brother in the yard. Right? Right? He was cleaning the yard among the flower spot, and he took up a stone, right? And he pelted at a bird. Right? Right? He pelted at a bird. Right? He pelted at the bird. Right? So let us say he was in the hospital. He went in the hospital the Friday. Saturday at around 12 p.m. he went on anesthetic. And he claimed he came out of his body about 10 past 12. And he traveled out of the hospital, he traveled invisible, and he went home. He reached home, so he traveled 50 miles away from the hospital. So he reached home, let us say, about 12:50 p.m., close to 1 o'clock. He spent about 10 minutes home, right? And he saw his brother, right? Or if a woman, she saw her sister, right? And her sister, or if it's a man, his brother take a stone and pelt at the bird, right? He left home exact, he or her left home exact 1 p.m. and traveled back to the hospital from home, 50 miles from the hospital back to the hospital. And when the anesthetic was wearing out of him and he began to regain consciousness, and he actually gained consciousness now, seeing, hearing, he could talk to the doctors and the nurses and his family and other friends and colleagues that come to visit him in the hospital. So he sit up in the hospital bed and he tell them, I came out of my body, I had an out of body experience, and I went back home and I saw, if it's a man, I saw my brother, or if it's a woman, I saw my sister. And he or her took up a stone and pelted at a bird. Right? Right? This is the stone. And he called the doctors and told them that he went home and saw his sister. Or if it's a man, he saw his brother. If it's a woman, she saw his sister. She saw her sister pelt a stone at a bird when she was cleaning around the flower spot. The doctors and them say that impossible. You was under anesthetic and you was unconscious. You could not travel back home. What the doctor saying is true. Right? So the doctor say, how can we verify that information that you are giving us? Right? 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 How can we verify that information? Because you see, when she came back in the hospital, because the doctors finished operating her now, the very Saturday. Right? Right? It's quite in the evening time, or let us say around 5 p.m. she regained consciousness, or he regained consciousness a couple hours after. Finally, she relayed that story to them, that incident. She said, well, call my brother, call my sister, or the man say, call my brother. And the doctors call, hello, I am Dr. So-and-so. You have a sister. If it's a woman, you have a sister in operation or no? If it's a man, your brother is in the hospital. We finished the operation on him, and I want to report to you it was very successful and he is fine. When you're coming to visit him, well, I cannot come this Saturday evening. I'll come this Sunday to visit him. Okay, fine. We look out for your visit. Right? By the way, he said at home he had a body outer experience, and he traveled back home and he saw you cleaning around the flower pot. Or if it's a woman, I saw her, my sister, cleaning around the flower pot, and you take a stone and pelt at the bird. Yes, I did take a stone and pelt at the bird, but I did not see my brother. He said he was invisible, but he was seeing you, but you was not seeing. If it's a man, if it's a woman, she She was seeing you, but you was not seeing her. And if it's a man, well, I was seeing my brother, but the next who travel invisible, he was seeing his brother at home, but his brother was not seeing his next brother because he was invisible. Is that true, brothers and sisters? That is not true, but the information is correct. The doctors confirm it. The information was correct. But did that woman, any spirit or came out that woman and leave the hospital and travel? Did any spirit came out of that man and travel 50 miles from the hospital back home? No, to the hospital 50 miles back home where that man or that woman living? No. So how did that man or woman know that his brother threw a stone or her sister threw a stone at the bird when they was cleaning around the flower plot in the yard? So simple. That man or that woman have invisible angels that left the hospital, travel 50 miles away back where the woman was living or the man was staying, and that angel saw the woman throw the stone or the man throw the stone and the exact time, and the angels travel back to the hospital and reveal the information to the woman or the man. You know, your sister throw the stone or your brother throw the stone, and the man or the woman that's reveal the information to the friends or colleagues that is in the hospital was visiting them and reveal it to the information to the doctors. But that man didn't leave the hospital neither physically, and no spirit did not come out his body, that man or that woman. But the information is correct. And because the information is correct, the doctors and them will tend to agree with them and say, yes, these people are really having outer body experience. They are really leaving the body, and they are not limited. They could travel outside the hospital hundreds of miles away and go back home or go different places and get information and come back and reveal it to us. So they will use that to say this is the evidence. But is that the evidence? No, that is the deception, brothers and sisters. So you all see how the deception is operating on, and I, Eric Braxton, are revealing how that deception is being perpetuated by invisible spirit supernatural beings. Simple put it, the fallen angels. They are the one behind it. May God help us all to come to recognize that truth. I mean the truth of what, when I mean truth, not that what the fallen angel is doing truth, but I mean to recognize in the sense that recognize that deception that is taking place. May God help us all, and I pray that you all will come to that understand and recognize it. So may the grace of God be with. Now I've come to the end of this video. May the grace of God be with you and with me and the human family from this day forth and forevermore. My brothers and sisters, as I record in this video, I know the fallen angels is around, invisible to me, and they are seeing me recording this video, exposing the activity, what they are doing. And they doesn't like that, brothers. So therefore I'm being attacked in the process. But by the grace of God, I continue to record this video and put it out there so that you all have a knowledge of what taking place and recognize the deception. Those you already who are willing to accept what I say, brothers and sisters, and not reject what I'm explaining you. So bye bye my friends. See you all in the next video soon. Bye bye my friends.